old school Mike Gundy, 19th year right here, 7-6 last year, 4-5 in the conference. He's 149-69 overall, 83-27 at home, 54-35. I mean, he's been getting the job done for a reason. He got 7 coming back on offense, 6 on defense. I don't know about digging in the transfer portal for 14. It's not a good look for you, Gundy. I think you could do better than that. But he had to do what he had to do, man. He brings in a new DC, Brian Nardo, and he also has co-DC Joe Bob Clements over there, and then also the 4th-year OC Casey Dunn. So I don't know. Mike Gundy's one of those. Well, I ain't gonna say Mike Gundy. I'm gonna say Oklahoma State. It's one of those teams you love to hate. In certain situations, you take them because they always come out with some good defense and they can beat some spreads and stuff like that. But sometimes you wish they could just get over the hump, and it's just so hard for them just to get over the hump. So I don't know. I think sitting 7 in the conference is probably where they always going to be. Maybe sometimes on a good year more, but they're probably going to be 7-6 this year. What do you think, Big Gregory?
Yeah, 19th year, my man. So remember the video of Mike Gundy? Come at me. I'm a man. I'm 40. Well, guess what? You ain't 40. You're 55 right now. So, but he's been around the block a few times. And I respect him for that. So, yeah, this is a team that had some issues on defense. And when you start getting down to this level in that conference, remember I was telling you like 28 plus points per game. They fall in that category outside of the top 3. But and the water started getting real murky. But you know what? You pick your spots and you roll with them. So on the defensive side, I hear that they're going to employ a 3-3-5, which we know who started that many moons ago. Your buddy Rocky Wong, right? Wasn't he a 3-3-5 guy back in the day?
Absolutely.
We're seeing a lot more of that. I'm noticing that in the Big 12 too. A lot of guys are starting to run it, and they're, like I said, they're relying right around 29 points per game, right around 6 points per play. 6 yards per play. So, you know, they brought in defensive coordinator Brian Nardo from Division II, Gannon University. So wherever they found this guy at, you know, I guess Gundy's going to try to make some magic there. But you know, it's just one of those teams that, you know, just you kind of expect a little bit. Maybe they over deliver on occasion and then under deliver on other roles too. But as far as him, you know, getting to the window with him, you haven't made any money even though he's 149-69. You know, ATS he's looking at 121.85, which is 56%. You're not going broke, but his very best role at a 66% clip is out of conference, 43-22. So if you're going to back Gundy, play him out of conference.
Absolutely. And on offense, he brings in a transfer from Michigan. You know, I can't be high on these transfers. Sometimes they weren't the great players where they were. That's why they ended up where they at. But this offensive lineman, Preston Wilson, he may be headed for the NFL, and the offensive line returns 6 who had starts last year. So a lot of experience on the offensive line should help out a lot on the offensive side. I don't see much wrong with the offensive side. It's the defensive side is that what we got to watch. Last year, points per game, they were 97, running 103, passing 106. Looks like they got a lot to work out over there. And like you said, they bring in a new DC, a new system. That's a lot of moving parts to say that you're going to be big time this year.
Yeah, Derek Mason was, you know, the old Vandy coach. He was their guy. Only was there a year, and they took off. You know, so he only was there about a year. So whatever went sideways for him, you know, whether it's front office or, you know, disagreement in philosophies or whatever. So, and you know, them Vandy coaches, they're pretty disciplined guys. They're kind of like the Stanford guys. You know, they're the smart guys too. So whatever it was, you know, it didn't pan out for them. So now, like you said, they went out and got this Brian Nardo from Gannon University, Division II. So I have no idea of his numbers. Shame on me for not homework on him.
It's more like they went and got cheap labor, right? But I'm not going to undermine them because a lot of these great coaches,
you never know.
They come from the South Dakotas and all that good stuff.
They got the high school coach, you know, for the Red Raiders.
Yeah, he did well.
What they did there. So,
but I mean, Gannon, where is Gannon? I don't know what is Gannon.
I have no idea where Gannon University is, but wherever it is, if anybody's in the chat from Gannon, please let us know where you're from.
Let us know where Gannon is. Let's go to the season totals right here. A 6.5 on a good year. I say they do it easily, but if things don't work out, meshing all these parts together and new coaches on defense, they could slip up in a lot of games. But the schedule's not super overwhelming. They play Arizona State. We said he does great out of conference, so that can count as a win. Iowa State's going to be tough this year. Has to play the K-State team we just talked about, Oklahoma, and they got to play BYU. I don't know how to rank BYU this year because despite the talent level or whatever we expect out of BYU, the Big 12 conference, all of the coaches one by one are going to learn about playing these players that are grown men. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, without a doubt. So, like I say, I know Cincinnati's going to be a little low this year for sure. Central Arc, South Alabama. Don't sleep on that South Alabama team. We know them well. The Jaguars, they're a very capable team.
Yes, we do.
Upset-minded team that can play some football. And Central Arkansas is a top tier, program, little small school. So, those first games are like sleepy type games. Where I'm not going to say upset, but I know I would lean under with you on that spot.
Yeah, I would lean under too, but I wouldn't get to the window with it because I wish them great success, man. I wish they could get over the hump sometimes.
I mean, if you look at the last 2 seasons, they eclipsed that number easily. They did have some 7-6 last year, 12-2 the year before. I mean, so yeah, it's come off 8-3 the year before that, 8 wins and 7 wins. So that's a low number. They've outperformed that number the past 5 seasons with ease.
Exactly. Gundy's the guy that can pull a rabbit out of the hat. So
yeah,
it works for them.
And you said 6.5. 6.5 was the number.
6.5. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I might go over. I might sneak over that one, but I can see it going under. It's right there. It's right there.
Yeah.